But number one, the one thing that I think that you could do that can improve on the older games is to improve the narrative style of telling the gameplay story. Now, from what I ever remember, because I've played these games recently, the first God of War game was told in a narrative standpoint because we were being told it from Gaia's perspective as she was a character that we would be introduced in a later God in the second God of War game as someone who had been watching Kratos throughout his journey. We very rarely get to actually understand Kratos' thoughts on the situation because everything that Kratos is doing, everything that Kratos is thinking, is told to us from someone else's point of view. Very rarely do we actually get the Kratos to express his own thoughts on the current situation that he's in. And on top of that, we never at any time leave Kratos. Throughout any of the games, of those first three games, we are always with Kratos. I think the story could really benefit if it was told in a more cinematic way that allows us to not only focus on what is happening with Kratos in the moment, but what is happening around him to the wider world. So I would very much think it would be great if we can get several scenes of like, what are the gods doing while Kratos is on his journey? What are they discussing? What are the elements that are going on around him as Kratos is going through his journey? Because remember, he has no allies. He is completely by himself. So there aren't going to be moments of interaction where he's talking with someone. All his interactions are sometimes with minor characters that he will run into over the course of his journey. And either he'll end up killing them, or they'll end up dying, or it's a small interaction. So a lot of time Kratos is by himself. So I just think having this more linear style of storytelling, it could still work, but I think it could be better to tell it in a way that allows us to flesh out the story more and understand the events of everything that is happening around Kratos, not just with him in the moment.